is a Dredfunn original production. Please sit back and enjoy.
Guys, Dredfunn here. Time for another one of my videos. I got my mindset on you. Got my mindset on you. One of my favorite George Harrison songs. Post Beatles. I remember watching it on Much Music here in Canada, and my brother and I it blew my mind. The video was great, but just the melody, the song, that was my first real in-the-flesh introduction to a member of the Beatles. I'd known about them and I'd heard all their music, but for me sitting at home going, oh, that's the guy that plays the guitar for the Beatles. Wow, I really like that song. So I listened to a lot of that, as well as tons of Beatles behind the scenes and everything while I was doing this 4-pack that I was commissioned to do, a personal request that was very personal to myself, and I know that the person that received it was very happy with the final product. With this one, really tough project because the final picture, I couldn't find an image of George that matched the other 3 images of Ringo, John, and Paul. So I had to find one that was close enough, and unfortunately it was a shot of George's head slightly tilted. I thought, you know what, that's fine, but then I noticed the shading was on the opposite side. Oh, okay, I'll just flip it. Can't flip it, you know, people have a distinct look, and especially George and members of the Beatles, you know, just like all of us, we're not symmetrical, so I didn't want to flip it. So I set about doing something that I've only done a few times, and I basically just used other images and shaded the other side how I think it would look and how the natural contours of his face, and it just, you know, it took me I think 3 tries, and the final result really looked top-notch. With this, luckily, I knew on the first or the previous 2 tries, I knew almost right away that it wasn't working out, and I could trash it and just start again. It's tougher when you go all the way to the end and then have to start again. But the end result, spectacular. You know, it's got that mop top look, the classic young, you know, George look, you know, in the early, I guess it was the late 60s. So yeah, this was a great project, one I enjoyed immensely, and I hope you guys like this video. Don't forget to subscribe and check out my other content. Dredfunn out.
This has been a Dredfunn.com production. Thanks for watching.